What's up guys, my name is Shishir Nigam and welcome again to our channel Journey to Freedom, where you can follow along on our journey to financial freedom through the worlds of Shopify and dropshipping. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time we put out a brand new video like this one. So today, we're going to be talking about the secrets behind our store being able to achieve a 4.9 Facebook customer feedback score. I'm sure this is something new to you, so make sure you stay till the end of the video to catch all the information so that you can implement it on your own stores. So let's get right into it. The customer feedback score. Now this is something that Facebook has implemented some time ago, and this has to do specifically with e-commerce businesses that are advertising on Facebook. And the purpose of this is really to help Facebook understand the quality of service that a store is providing to its customers, right? And the purpose of it's developed by surveying the customers who are purchasing a product through an advertisement on Facebook. So they actually show surveys to customers after they've made the purchase, after a set amount of time, and as the customers respond, that feedback is collated and summarized in this score that is assigned to your Facebook page. And based on this Facebook page, there are a lot of implications on the score. If you have a high score, you'll generally be fine. But if you drop below a certain limit in the score, that is when you'll start to see impacts on your advertising ability, okay? Because Facebook will limit the ability of your page to advertise if you have a very poor feedback score. So this is what we're gonna talk about today, and how our dropshipping store was able to achieve a 4.9 out of 5 feedback score on Facebook, which is a huge deal for a dropshipping store because I've not come across a store that has a similar score on Facebook. So first of all, let's give some background on what this score is all about. So this is a screenshot I've taken from the customer feedback page on Facebook, and you can see that it has a short explanation about what the score is, what the purpose is. It ranges from 0 to 5. So you can see here they explain what the scores mean. If the feedback score drops below 2, your ads will receive a delivery penalty, meaning they'll cost more and reach fewer people, which basically means that your advertising will be more expensive. And if it drops to 1 or below, your page will no longer be able to run ads on Facebook. So that's when they really clamp down hard if your score drops below 1. So you can see here on the right side, the first thing you need to do if you're operating a dropshipping store is you need to set the delivery speed of your products, because what they will do is, based on the estimate that you provide over here, that is what will tell Facebook when to survey your customers. So if you indicate that your customers are going to be receiving your products in about 2 weeks, then they will deliver the survey to your customers in about 2 weeks' time from when they make the purchase. So if that's not the case, then obviously set a longer delivery time frame, because if the customers have not received the product when they're asked for the survey, you'll most likely get a negative feedback because they have not received the product yet, and they're frustrated about the long delivery times. So this is where you can, when you click on the button set delivery speed, this is the screen that will come up, and you can set that, hey, my average delivery speed is this many weeks after purchase. So obviously it's in your interest that the customer only receives a survey after they have actually gotten the product, because that is when they can actually give you a positive feedback if the product quality has been good. Because if they've not received it, then yeah, in all likelihood, you'll get a negative feedback. So this is the very first basic step you need to implement if you haven't already. Set a longer delivery speed so that it increases the likelihood that your customers have received the product when Facebook eventually surveys them. Hope you're finding value in the content so far, guys, and if you are, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time that we put out a brand new video. And make sure you stay till the end of this one to catch all the content, and comment below on what you like and what you'd like to hear about. Stay with us. Now, the second thing that I have been doing, which is very important here. See, negative feedback will come automatically, right? You don't have to prompt people to give you negative feedback. That will come regardless of what you do. What you have to be much more proactive about is getting positive feedback, right? positive feedback is always hard to come by because people who enjoy a product are much less motivated to post a review than people who dislike the product. Nearly those people are always very keen to post up a negative feedback. So the positive feedback will always need to be encouraged, incentivized, and you need to remind your customers to give that positive feedback. So in our store, we request customers for that feedback in several different places. And that's a key element here in how we approach this. So the first point is we request for the feedback on the order confirmation page itself, right? So when a customer buys something, they're shown a thank you page or an order confirmation page. So that's the first point where they see a request to provide feedback to Facebook. And I'll show you examples of how we do this. Now, if your order confirmation page is not customizable, then you can do that in your thank you email. That's something you can customize on the Shopify backend. There is an order confirmation email that gets sent out to your customers when they complete the order. So that's another email that you can customize and say, hey, thank you for ordering. Can you please give us some feedback on Facebook using this particular link here? I'll share that link with you exactly what that is, that your customers can click on, and that will allow them to proactively give feedback on your ads. The third and fourth elements are, I feel, the most important here, is you need to request customers for feedback who have ordered high value goods from you. The reason is because these people have trusted your store enough to order something expensive, which typically customers will not be willing to do unless they're trusting your store and they're happy with the service that they're receiving. And then lastly, I always request feedback from returning customers. And this is the most important aspect here because people who are buying again from your store, they're placing a separate second order after receiving their first order. These are the customers are happy with your service and your store. So these are the customers you must try to make sure that you get their feedback to Facebook. So here's an example of what our order confirmation page looks like. This is what it looks like, and I currently use an application called Zipify that actually allows me to customize my thank you page. Hence, I'm able to add this bit of text saying, hey, thanks for ordering with us. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And then at the bottom, I say we'd really appreciate if you leave your honest feedback about our ad on Facebook using this link. Now, again, they have not received the product at this stage, right? So they may not be willing to do the survey, but hey, some percentage might be willing to do it. And at this stage, since they've made the purchase, so far the experience has been somewhat positive because they trusted your store enough and found enough value in your product to be able to make a purchase. So this is a good stage for you to prompt them and ask them for feedback. And this is the link that you can quote to them whenever they click on this link here, facebook.com/ads/activity. It will bring them to a page which lists all of the recent ads that they have interacted with. And it allows them the opportunity to provide feedback on those ads. And that is what goes into your Facebook feedback score. Now, the second aspect of what I mentioned was to reach out to your high value and your repeat customers so that you can encourage them to leave feedback on your store. As I mentioned, the ones who don't like your product or your service, you won't need to motivate them to leave any feedback. They will do it. They'll leave their negative feedback when Facebook prompts them. But the ones who are enjoying the experience and have enjoyed the products, these are the guys you need to motivate and remind to leave their feedback, because that is what will balance and offset the few people who are leaving some negative feedback on your store. So, as I mentioned, if these individuals, these customers are buying again from you, then they obviously like you enough and trust you enough to do that. So these are your absolute best and most loyal customers. So push them for the feedback. And this is a sample of the email that I sent to these customers, these high value repeat customers, asking them for feedback. First of all, thank you for trusting us with your orders, but your feedback is just as important. And I explain why am I requesting for it. A lot of our fans find us via Facebook, and Facebook loves to know how you feel about us. So we really appreciate if you leave your feedback using this link. And I indicate, hey, this is what the screen will look like when you click on the survey. And this is how you can leave the feedback. So I make it very clear of how they should be responding if they choose to leave the feedback. So these are the steps that you can implement for your own store so that you maximize the chances of collecting the positive feedback from your customers. And that is what can then help to improve your customer feedback score. So I hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, make sure you drop us a like. Comment below on the kind of tactics and strategies that you may be using to encourage positive feedback from your customers. So do let us know in the comments and make sure you stay tuned for the next one.